Cheers, Canadian wine lovers. We are live for the night 6 reveal of our Canadian wine advent calendar. Very exciting stuff. We have the winemaker in the green room and Carl almost on, and wine number 6 right here, wrapped up all pretty, ready to unwrap. So I'd love to know if you're tuning in, where you're tuning in from. Let us know if you have some Canadian wine to unwrap yourselves, if you've already unwrapped yours, if you just have some wine in your glass. Would love to know what you're discovering these days with wine and what you're up to. So great to see y'all. Last night, let's see here. Carl gave us the hint that this wine should be slightly chilled, or it should be chilled. Let's see here. And he gave us a pairing, which also gives us a good hint. So for those of you that are new here and you don't know yet, we are opening a different Canadian wine every night. And then we're going to meet with the winemaker live after we reveal the wine. So it's pretty fun because you learn a whole lot about different wine regions across Canada, and you learn about that specific wine. And if you got one of these advent calendars through Carl's Wine Club, then you get to actually taste it if you want, or know what's in your cellar now. So Dana, so good to see you. Dana and Scott are saying they opened and had a sip, enjoying with the smoked salmon and cucumber. That is so fun how many people took us up on these pairing suggestions. So last night, a whole bunch of people did the pairing that was suggested, which was, I think, was steak bites. And tonight's suggestion was smoked salmon on cucumber rounds. So good to hear that it went well. Personally, I am here and waiting for Carl Boucher to get online too, and then we'll get things going. We're going to start unwrapping. Jennifer, good to see you here in Surrey, BC. I've done the blind tasting for tonight, paired it with a fettuccine Alfredo with smoked salmon. I think that's brilliant. That is brilliant. Fettuccine Alfredo with smoked salmon. Love it. Hopefully it went really well for you. Let me just give Carl a quick call here. See if he is joining us. Stacy, Jeff. Oh, come downstairs. Come downstairs. I'm live. I'm about to unwrap the bottle, so you come on down. Stacy and Jeff, we're taking a play from Daryl's playbook, and we're going with a back vintage. Ooh, that's smart. So last night we had a brand new vintage of my all-time favorite Bushvine Syrah from Maverick, and Daryl happened to have a 2019 of that Syrah, so he had that open. We had a 2020 of that Syrah, so we also had that open. It's pretty fun to start to see how our Canadian wines are aging, and that's something that's dispelling a lot of myths as we go, because I think 20, 30 years ago, it would have been unheard of for a wine collector to say, I'm collecting Canadian wine, and then here we are in 2025, and the wines are aging incredibly. Like every wine region, though, you have to know where to look. That's where we rely on this Santa over here that's making his way over to help us find the best wines that we can collect and age and know all about them. Carl Boucher, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic, Mira. Thank you.
Your thing froze on you, so you're down here with me tonight, which is fine. It's all fine.
Yeah, it's all fine.
There we go. So should I start unwrapping? Or do you want to come and chat with us first about why you chose this wine?
There you go.
That was last night's Syrah. So good.
I just want to review how's the 2020 is doing. Canadian wine lovers, Carl's Wine Club members, everyone across the country. Here you go. I'm finally down here. Stupid technology. Fuck me up. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, wow, what a lineup so far.
David, I was looking for your profile to message you. I couldn't find it last night, but now I know you were on Facebook, so I'll send you a note. I had promised I would send him a note after.
There you go. Yeah, no, aging potential of the wines that we have been
Okay, yeah, real problems tonight. Hmm, that's not cool. That's not cool. It's just, huh, interesting. Okay, well, I think you guys can hear us. I have no idea what's happened with the video. So we're gonna try it one more time from a different device. Did you bring my phone back down?
Your phone is over there.
I got it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Mine that completely froze on me. So and now I think we're losing the camera. This is a weird thing. Didn't happen so far, but anyway, I can see my really good friend here. Keith Dyer in the green room. Keith, I'm going to bring you in really, really shortly, and we'll make it.
So that gives you a pretty big hint right there. We'll unwrap this guy here.
Um,
All right.
All right. Carl, thanks for the big hint last night. Good Friday. Nice choice. Hey, guys. Okay, one thing. When we put a advent calendar program just like that, you're looking for some of the most spectacular wine, but also some of the most amazing people that you really love to work with. And there's a short list in that world of Canadian wines that I want to do. Everything I do, I want to do it with them. And that's why wine number 6 tonight, it's a wine from Prince Edward County, an incredible sub-region of the Ontario wine industry. And we have the Clausen Chase 2022, the South Clos here that we're going to taste tonight. I don't think that people can see me. Yeah, the people say we lost the video. But you know what? Like, I mean, this is the South Clos 2022. Everyone knows, because you guys all have pretty much all have the bottle in front of you. But for people who are just tuning in because they think we're pretty funny and we're giving some good information on wines, it says, okay, I think Mira just brought a third camera here, and this is the South Clos 2022. There you go. So that's our pour tonight for pour number 6, because there you go. Right back. It's coming back.
There we
Wow.
go.
That's
No, this is the other camera now. So you got to look here.
okay. Go figure. Go figure.
There we go. Sorry.
Okay, let's recap here across, because we have a very good attendance. It's Friday night, for God's sake. It's wine night. And yeah.
Carl, Daryl says you've never looked so good.
I know, but I'm back, so beat it, Daryl. So I was saying, so we started in Okanagan Falls for our first night with a sparkling traditional method, the Noble Ridge, the 1 Grand Reserve 2017 vintage from Okanagan Falls. We traveled all the way across Canada to go to the Beamsville Bench in Niagara, and we revealed on night number 2 the Sacred Series Cabernet Franc from Organized Crime, a unreleased wine, gold medal, 93 points, Carl's Wine Club. It was a lot of fun talking with Greg, the winemaker, first time ever with the club. Night number 3, we came back to the Okanagan in Oliver, the Canada's wine capital, and we featured our former winery of the year, Riverstone, with the library wine, the 2018 Malbec. Which I got a few emails so far, and people are saying, oh, I think it's my favorite so far, because that was a rich textural Malbec, a little bit more like a Cahal style, really, really, really well made. Night number 4, we went from Oliver. After that, where did we go after? Geez, I have a big, that was the centerpiece. Night number 4 was the centerpiece.
2007 white blend.
2007 white blend.
Still drinking beautifully.
Stratus white blend. Sauvignon Blanc, Chardonnay, Viognier, Semillon, Splash of Gewürztraminer, 85% new oak barrel. Guess what, guys? We still had some, and we had a glass while we were cooking this afternoon. And this wine is not fading. It's a freaking tank. It's a freaking tank. 2007. That was reveal number 4. Last night, reveal number 5. We went from the Stratus and oh man, I'm losing my mind. Last night, Thursday, we had a special guest in the house.
Yeah.
From Oliver back to the Golden Miles, we had Janik Rivera from Maverick, another former winery of the year, the one from last year. And we tasted the 2023 brand new release of the Bush Vine Syrah. And we had a little side by side with the 2020. Just by the way, that 2020, it's in my glass right now. And after a day open, holy shit, that is good. Janik made the last 2 cases available for the wine club members. So if you guys would like a couple bottles of the 2020 Syrah, it's available. So let us know. And now it takes us to tonight. So we're going from Oliver all the way back east, and we are going to Prince Edward County, where my friend Keith Dyer is the viticulturist, winemaker, and just freaking awesome dude at Clausen Chase. So we're gonna bring Keith right in to chat about Chardonnay with him. Mira, let's bring
See,
the
we
band.
even have the Chardonnay
Yes,
shirt.
the
There we
Chardonnay
go.
shirt.
Keith Tyers from Prince Edward County, Clausen Chase. Hey, Keith, how are ya?
I'm excellent, everybody. How you guys doing?
Great. Yeah. It was a heck of a week. It was a really rough, hell of a few weeks. You know, one way you can tell is because I tried to make scallop potatoes 3 times this week. I got like as far as mandolining the potatoes once, and I had to stuff them in the fridge because I didn't have time for the sauce. And then 2 days went by. I had to throw out the potatoes. They were like brown. So I did the potatoes again, put them in the fridge, started to make the sauce. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you. 3 times I tried to make these potatoes.
They're ready now.
They're
ready
ready tonight. So this is a big win.
You know, guys, what's the key? I just told
Third
you she
time's
had a
charm.
glass of ¡07 Stratus White, so that's why she finished the potatoes.
It helps.
Oh,
You go,
That's
how are
awesome.
you?
That is awesome.
How are you? And
Liquid
how's
culinary. I'm great.
Gabe, can I have a spit cup, please?
How's here?
what was
Here's
that?
good. We've had
Yeah?
we had spring for the last 2 days, and now we've had winter coming back within a day. It was 6 degrees this morning, and it's now -6.
Oh.
So,
Wow.
and all the snow that we
Okay.
had is gone. So it's been good.
Ah.
It's gonna make if we don't get any snow, it's gonna make pruning next week really easy. So that's good.
That's good news.
That's good.
Hey, are
There
you
you
getting
go.
ready for Christmas now?
Yeah.
Yeah? Can you believe
Starting
it's next
to.
week?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
started.
anyone could believe it's next week. Thank you.
It's absolutely insane how fast it's coming.
Yeah, it's
It always
happening. It's
amazes me how
happening.
fast this sneaks up on me.
So
I always say
for
to my
some,
wife, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start in November, and I go out once in November, and I'm like, okay, I got an idea, and then it's December, and I'm like, shit, I better start soon, and then it's the 20th tomorrow, and I'm like, no, I really need to start.
yeah, no, this is bad. This is bad. I don't know how it happens like that every year. But
I know.
anyways,
It's a deja vu.
we are really glad that you're taking a bit of time for us tonight. We really appreciate it. And tell us more about this wine. I
Well,
mean, some of our members just met with you recently, and we can never get enough of Keith
That's true.
Tyers.
They did.
And we had the tasting Thursday just a couple weeks ago. Was this wine part of what we chatted?
Hey, sure. What we talk about it, and that was part
Yes.
of our conversation, but it was not part of the tasting. And I had already selected it, so I was like, okay, let's keep it a little bit on the back burner for this one because I want to keep a little bit of meat on the bone for our conversation. But Keith,
I love it.
back to the tasting club that we did the first time. It's
Sir.
becoming a thing. People are asking to have it every single once a month now. So we booked Richard De Silva for January 15.
I saw that.
So yeah, and I just got the selection from Richard today. So yeah, so you were part
Oh,
of
yeah?
the founder tasting club.
There we go.
As
There
a
we go.
thank you, you know what we
I just
want to
figure
do? We
everybody
want
stuck
to.
is for punishment.
Yeah. As a thank you, we're going to send you a 3-pack of De Silva so you can join us to taste Richard's wine.
Ah,
We're
Well,
We're
if I
all
have
about
to,
cross pollinating. So there you go.
I
So
love it.
you can,
I love it.
yeah, I don't.
How's my brother from my Portuguese mother?
You mean he's great? He's great. Thanks the Lord that he has a wife to
Is he
organize
good?
him and like to get him organized and all that. Twyla's freaking fantastic.
I
But
love
we
it.
had it.
I love it.
I blind tasted him yesterday on the Stratus White 2007, and he's like, "Oh, what is
Oh
that?
yeah.
What?" He say, "It seems a little bit back vintage." I say, "Yeah, a little bit." He said, "What is 2017, 2018 wines? What's in there?" I'm like, "Yeah, you're very far off." So yeah, he was so impressed with that '07 Stratus, he couldn't believe it. So
That's
it's
awesome.
super. That's so awesome.
Well, great
Yeah.
wine. Great wine.
Oh, I
Absolutely
mean,
fantastic wine. Yeah, I've
yeah,
had the privilege of having.
yeah. But and what I'm hearing from Dean Stoica, the winemaker, it's '07 in your neck of the hood, you guys. It's an incredible vintage. Was an
Yeah,
incredible
it is.
vintage
It was.
'07. So
Yeah. '07, 2020, for sure.
yeah.
Similar vintages, to be honest with you. Yeah. Very, very, very nice.
Keith, we're having people who are like absolutely glowing about the 2017 that you made available, the 17
Oh, perfect.
Churchside. Some people are tasting it right now live. So people are
Seriously? Oh, that's
really,
awesome.
really happy.
Good. Good. Yeah, no, I haven't I had that wine last year and thought it had a couple of years still left in it. So that's why we made it available. And then I'm looking forward to hearing people's comments on the 19 because I haven't opened a 19 in I did a whole vertical. I did a whole church side vertical last year with a wine writer, and we tasted from 2015 right through to 2022 at that point. So it's really nice to see, and it's really nice to see how that wine's holding up. So it was absolutely brilliant, and I'm glad that it's still got some life left in it. Everybody's enjoying it. That's the most important thing for me.
Yeah.
Is there
Yeah.
a delay? There's got
Someone's,
to be a delay.
yeah, a little bit of a delay. Yeah. But
Okay.
that's okay.
Let's go straight into the wines. Let's talk about the 2022 Salt Flow. I mean, the Salt Flow.
Sure.
As much, I mean, I'm a big fan of the church side, but South Close a little bit. My, I have a little preference for a little bit bolder and
Okay.
richer style, and I think that's what South Close brings to the table year in and year out versus that nervy minerality and of the church side. I mean, am I right when I difference these two plot of land that way?
No, I think you've nailed it exactly. I mean, the church side is usually the first, not usually, it is the first Chardonnay we pick. Probably because it gets to the sugar level before the South Clos does, and the plants are slightly younger. But then the topography, that sense of terroir where the vines sit with that high aspect to the sun, they just generally tend to get there faster than the South Clos does. And so, but the South Clos therefore gets an extra, 3, 4, 5 days of hang time. Um, in total. And so you just get a little more depth, a little more richness. And the vines are older and the soil structure is slightly different. So I think you see that when you taste the two wines. And I think that's the great thing about being able to put both the church side and the South Clos in a bottle to tell you the story from different sides of the road and how the aspect and depth of soil changes the complexity of the two sides.
In terms of winemaking, I think do you treat both vineyards the exact same way, or sometimes you will provide a little bit more of something.
So as far as that goes, viticulturally speaking, both vineyards are grown to the same standard. Yields vary just based upon the site. So like up till 2022 was a bit of a short crop for us. So yields were a little bit lighter. In 2023, we maxed out the church side. The church side has been coming off at about on average about 2 tons an acre. unless there's been some type of issue with growing conditions in the season. But on average, we've been around 2 tons an acre. And the South Clos has always been, depending upon the block in the South Clos, has always been between 1.6 and 1.8. I've only ever seen over 2 tons come out of the South Clos once, and I wasn't in charge of the vineyard at that time. But aside from that, they're identical. Once they go to the winery, they're both treated the exact same way. Everything's full cluster press, 1 ton at a time, very gentle. Looking for maximum juice extraction, no more than ideally 60 to 65%, which seems to be very common. Minimal sulfur just to allow it to settle out, and then everything goes to barrel. But I think that extra, 5 to 7 days of hang time that the Chardonnay gets in the South Clos just adds to that complexity, the richness. And 2022 is no exception. I mean, it probably hung an extra 10 days longer in 22 because the plants were in a little more better shape in the South Clos than they were in the church side in 22. So you just get a little bit more length, unctuousness, depth, complexity, and more of that. What I would say is the South Clos kind of tropical fruit nuance, whether it's the apricot peachy nuance or even some melons and cooked fruits.
Yeah, I'm totally agree with everything you said, Keith. I mean, these two plot of wine are so special in their own right, providing different, completely, well, not completely. We can't say, like we always joke, right? Like they're from the same mother, and and their brother, their sibling, but they have a slight difference on each and every delivery. Some vintage are a little bit more obvious than other. Sometimes I think they're closer in term of delivery, but the church side to me that definitely bring more zing, more energy in the South Clos. That's a little richer, plusher style. I really love the way that you're talking about it, like the way you describe both. And let's go back in time a little bit, Keith. Because at the beginning, when you started with Claus and Chase, many moons ago, the church side and South Clos were the same wine basically, and by the time that you've really understood the piece of land that you were tending, you realize that these vineyards should be vinified separately, correct?
Yeah. So Deborah and I made South Clos together in 2007. Funny that we're talking 07 with the Stratus White, but 2007, which again was an amazing year. When we were tasting barrels at the blending stage, we saw that there was something unique in the South Clos, and then when the church side came online, there was kind of no indication from Deborah that there was any distinction in the church side. And so when I took over winemaking in 2015, which wasn't the greatest year to take over, but we only made church side Chardonnay that year. And so I didn't really have anything to taste it against. But in 2016, when we'd made a little bit more wine and we had the South Clos and the church side, when I was tasting through the barrels in I guess that would have been 2018, with a colleague, we were sitting there and we're like, these wines are different. There's a different flavor profile. There's a different characteristic to this wine. There's similarities, as you said, the feet are the same in the vines. So there's always that sense of place that is our place. But the wines display themselves differently in the glass, even though they're handled the exact same way. Barrel contribution is the same, usually around 18 to 20% new wood, all large format after 2022, and just a different persona of it. But I do agree with you that when I think of the South Clos, I do think a little more unctuous, a little more roundness. The salinity there is more salinity. To me, it's more of that calcium carbonate. It's that limestone. It's that oyster shell. Where in the church side, I find it's more dusty, more chalky. and more citrusy
Almost flinty,
than it
right?
is like the other aspect. Yeah, there's almost like that's. I don't want to say strike match because it's not H2S, but it's got like if you. I always say if it's like if you're a kid and a Boy Scout or a Cub or whatever they call them, and you would always try and get the two pieces of rock and you would strike them against each other and you would get that smell of the two rocks hitting. To me, that's what the church side produces. And it's always that kind of flinty limestone cracked rock nuance that comes out. So yeah, it's totally unique to both places and how they represent themselves in the finished wine. And so it's been for me as a winemaker, it's been really interesting to be able to come through and say, you know what, after the vines being in the ground for 7 or 8 years, well, they were 11 years old by the time we figured it out. They were starting to come into their own. And now as the vines are coming on closer to 20 years, you can really start to see the unique characteristic from each place as well. And it's nice to see the church side catching up in vine age to the South Clos so that you can actually have a really good close comparison now of the fruit qualities from each place.
I'd like to ask like everyone who has the South Flow open tonight that you have it in your just give a little lick to your lip, to your upper lip and your lower lip here. There's a little salinity who really like to me is very defined. There's that nice little salinity, and that's the clear typicity of the South Flow, which like we just talked, right? A little saline oyster shell versus the more of the flinty of the church. I am such a big fan, Keith. Hey, now couple days before Christmas, I like to do that with our guests during Christmas season. What is the tradition at the Tire family? What is that? What do you guys do for Christmas? 24th, do you guys have the big turkey dinner? Do you guys pop some Clausen Chase wine, or you're sourcing something a little bit more of an international pour? How's that? How's the celebration happening at your house?
Well, food and wine's always a product of what we do. So usually the 24th is spent with my half of the family. So we'll do usually in the past we've done hors d'oeuvres, which always means there's a bottle of wine on the table. And for the last couple of years, it's always been Canadian. I probably started drinking more Canadian wine since I became a winemaker, and a lot more white than I do red. So for the last 10 years of my life has been spent drinking and tasting a lot more Canadian wine. And then Christmas Day, we're home. And I'm not a turkey kind of guy. I grew up with turkey 3 times a year. We used to have it at Easter, Thanksgiving, and again at Christmas. So as a kid, it was always dry. And so turkey's not what I go to. So I'm always about making something different, whether it's roast beef like prime rib or something else. This year, because of my trip to Italy, I'm hoping that I can do a steak Florentine. So I got to go find a 4-bone hand cut. Well, it won't be hand cut, but a 4-bone T-bone. And then I had the privilege last week of opening a 23 South Clos. So maybe we'll be drinking some South Clos Pinot when it's a little immature. But I did have the opportunity, since I sent out that 2020 church side to all our friends. I have had that wine recently, and I'm thinking that it's time for me to start drinking my back vintage Pinot. So I think we'll be opening some type of Pinot this year on Christmas Day. Now, on that same note, I'm also at a point where my son is 21 and my daughter is 19. So I've got a couple of their birth year wines from the same producer. So we'll wait and see. Maybe we'll open those too. You never know. But definitely some Clausen Chase will be consumed over the Christmas holidays. There's no doubt about that.
That is awesome. Thank you for sharing that. I'm always intrigued. For us here at the Boucher, we're probably going to make the trip to Vancouver Island. So we're going to spend some time with Mira's family.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, usually Mira's parents. We've got a nice mix of traditional Canadian stuff, like with the turkey, the smoked ham, but there's a bunch of Romanian
Oh,
dish
nice.
around the table as well.
Mm.
So this is really, really, really cool. And now we're just coming back from Romania. We spent a week out there, so I had a
Nice.
taste of the traditional food. And now, like, I'm looking forward to to that little mix of Canadian Romanian Christmas again this year. So it's gonna be awesome. Awesome.
Yay.
Oh, Keith,
It's so
it's
funny
Tonight
because
was a
after
bad
hanging
night
out
for
with
the
you guys.
internet in
Oh,
terms of garbling, and like we've just switched through 3 devices. I don't know what the heck is happening. We've made 0 changes
oh wow.
since last night, and here we are. So I'm so sorry about that. Jenny's saying there's solar flares. Could be. It could be that. I don't
Okay.
know. I've never seen it quite this bad.
Oh,
Yeah, but what we wanted to
okay.
say though is thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with us. Sorry about the garbled sounds once
Oh,
in a
you're welcome.
while. Same with
Thanks,
all
guys.
you Canadian wine lovers. Thanks for putting up with
It's all
that.
good.
And Lisa's saying it happens. Delicious wine though. Yeah. So your wine saved the day, Keith, as usual.
Thank you.
Tech troubles aside, the wine is spectacular.
I just Keith, let's tell
Oh,
our
thank you.
people, okay? What is the aging potential coming from the
Sure.
aspect of the winemaker? What is your
Ooh,
take on that? And I will give you mine after. What would be, because this wine is still young, very young wine. We're tasting it in his
yeah.
youth. So
And we do have some members that have some of your back vintages open. So they saw it's a 2022 and they're like, that's too young to drink a
Right.
wine from Keith. So they've opened some back vintages. So yeah, tell us.
I would think I mean I've had it recently, so I know it's drinking well right now. I think it'll be better in another 2 years. So 2027, I think it'll kind of when it's 5, it'll start to hit that golden zone, and I think it'll drink well until probably 2030. I think at 8 years old, it'll probably be drinking at its peak, and then it'll probably start to decline probably around year 10, where I think if when we talk about other vintages, they can last a little bit longer. I just think that's what 22 was, but it all depends on what that acidity is going to do, because there's lots of acid in 22, and if the acid holds up, I think you can easily drink this easily up to 8 years old and maybe up to 10. But I'm not 100% sure on that wine at this point. But I would say easily 2027 to 2030 would be in my range.
I mean, exact same assessment on my side. I'm a person who really love my wine in its youth. I like my wine filled with energy. And right now, I mean, another couple years before it hits that prime softness, blushness on the mid palate. And yeah, exactly, right? Till up to 2030, 2031. After that, we're going to start getting a little bit of tertiary aromas and flavors. And yeah, maybe like probably drinking very well until 2022, 2032. And I think this is the same. This is the same assessment here. 2022 was there was quite of a whirlwind for you as a vintage, but I mean, you still made a freaking fantastic wine. Keith Dyer, you're a fucking legend, man. Thank you so much. So much for being with us, sharing your Friday night. We love you.
Thank you, Keith. We will see you.
We love you guys. You're awesome. Thank you so much.
You too.
Sounds good.
Take care.
Okay.
Bye.
Merry Christmas to everybody. Thank you, Carl's Wine
Merry
Club.
Christmas
Thank you,
to
everybody
you
that I can't
and
see.
your family.
You guys are awesome.
Happy New Year and Merry Christmas. Thank you so much. Good to see you. Oh my goodness. What's happening with the interwebs tonight, you guys? I'm so sorry. We're so disoriented because
I'm trying to find which
this one. This one, not the other one.
Not the other one. Okay. Jeez.
Thanks for putting it up with us, you guys. Jared, Lisa, nice to see you guys.
And I hope that you guys could hear properly. You didn't miss anything. That what our amazing guest was just talking about, the difference between the two vineyards, which is the crown jewel of Prince Edward County. Absolutely. absolutely amazing terroir who makes wine incredible. I forgot to mention, but and for people who weren't there in the last couple months to hear that story, Mira and I traveled to Burgundy to go scope out the amazing trip that we're putting together for our members in June, and we brought some Canadian wines with us. We had some Chardonnay from Batchelder, we had some De Silva Chardonnay, and we also had a Pinot Noir, the South Clos Pinot Noir 2022. The cousin of that one that we have open tonight, and we went to in a pilgrimage at the wall of the DRC, the Domaine de la Romanée-Conti, the most famous and prized vineyard on the face of planet Earth. And I pull up the bottle of South Clos, crack it open, and we had a glass of South Clos Class and Chase at the wall of the DRC, Mira and I picked up the phone and I started to call Mira. She said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I'm calling my friend Keith to tell him what we're doing right now."
Luckily, it wasn't like 1 a.m. or anything.
It was 8:15 a.m. his time, and he was wondering why I was calling him that early. Didn't realize it was mid-afternoon in France. And he's like, "Carl, are you okay? It's early in the morning. What's going on?" It's, "Hey, brother, we're at the DRC wall tasting some your wine, in the most iconic monument in the wine in the world." So that was so funny. And his answer was, "Fuck you, Carl."
In a very kind,
in a
friendly
very,
way.
very kind way. Yes, it was a epic phone moment at that point, and really, really cool. So we had, and people were traveling from all over the world. There were people from all different countries walking by the wall, and Mira and I are right there having a glass of wine by the wall. That was quite something. So I had to tell the story for people who didn't hear our story before, but it just happened a couple months ago. So a lot of fun, Class and Chase at the Domaine de la Romanée-Conti. And we had a lot of fun story with Claus and Chase and Keith. Keith have been part of our events since the very beginning. He was part of the original Pan-Canadian Masterclass, the one at Bellaterra. He flew out here in the Okanagan for the second one, at Hester Creek for the number 2. And obviously, he was sharing one of his Pinot alongside Richard De Silva from the Silva Vineyard at the Masterclass number 3 at Suan Staff, which was an incredible back and forth between classic French style Pinot of Keith Dyer versus the newer, bolder style of Richard De Silva side by side. It was one of my very, very favorite moment of the Pan-Canadian number 3. Always fun with Keith. No dull moment. He's such a genuine person. And I don't think there's nobody who knows the terroir of Prince Edward County that so good. He's been working in the vineyard for so long. He has such a good background. Amazing winemaker. So, I mean, a legend.
Thanks to Keith. A big thanks to Keith. Thank you. All right. Well, you know what? I don't want to, I'll let you guys go if you're still experiencing these weird issues. Jennifer's saying she's hoping there's some Batchelder in the Advent. If not, it's next on your list. We also had some Batchelder at the DRC wall. I mean, these are iconic Canadian wines. And you know what makes me really happy? Dana and Scott are saying it's their first exposure to Prince Edward County wine. Such a pleasant surprise. Totally. And that's what this is all about. It's just finding these gems, these regions that you may never even hear about, where they're making absolutely world-class wine. And Daryl's saying more lights on the tree. You're right. All the lights are on. I had to get more. You know why? Because we still had some of those like real Christmas lights, like the analog ones, like not the LEDs, but like the nice little like real light bulbs. I'm sure they're probably more of a high fire hazard. But they do look just like warmer. They're nicer. So yeah, I had to get more of
The one
that
that,
kind.
yeah, the one that when the one is burnt, like the whole string.
The whole string goes bad. Yeah. I mean, we missed that so much.
know, right?
So we had to get more. So.
I know. Hey, I would like to see to see in the chat here your assessment of the South Clo 2022. I give that wine 92 plus
if you
points.
opened it. I mean,
If you had it open, 92 plus points that I gave it, and I'm questioning myself. I'm like, yeah, is it underscored?
Usually it's a yes, but same as Carl's hat. Yeah. Daryl's saying 92 plus.
There you go.
Give it?
92 plus.
You gave it 92
plus.
Yeah.
So,
so there you go. Yeah. Again, these wines, I am pretty sure are built for the long haul. And I'm pretty sure if you taste them again in 5 years, you're going to want that score higher. That's my assessment of it.
Yeah, I think this one is going to go 3 years to hit his prime. Yeah. But yeah, I think at 92 plus, I'm like, darn, it might be a little higher, but when it's my friend's wine, sometimes I tend to be a little bit more reserved. I don't know. I'm kind of scared of overrating my friends' wines, because I have to say, like, Keith became a friend over the years, and
but the thing is, you're friends in wine. Like, that's what brought you guys together. It's not like you knew Keith before.
That's true. That's true.
But yeah, it's true. He tends to be stingier with the friends.
Yeah, exactly. Poor Keith. Any other score thinking? Let me know, because that's the moment, right? That's the moment of the show where I give a couple minutes to our member to hear your feedback on that.
Let's real quick. No. Sorry, I just have one of the children here. Let's real quick do our draw. I think I've got everybody's names, even given this awkward setup with our provisionary device here.
Okay, let me hold on to this one.
No, that's fine. I got it.
Here
we go. So we're drawing for either an Enovino, which is our favorite wine aerator, favorite wine tool, decants your wines one glass at a time. And we're also drawing for those that prefer. So you get a choice if you win. You can get an Enovino. You can get a limited edition Batchelder Carl's Wine Club t-shirt. You can get a surprise bottle. You tell us what kind of wines you like, and we will send you a surprise, fun, amazing, world-class bottle. So lots of options here. And we're going to draw right now. Let's see who wins tonight. Last night it was Kelly. I think Kelly from Kelowna. KK. Dana, you won.
There you go.
In Edmonton.
So Dana and Scott, right?
Yeah.
Dana and Scott. So your first night tasting a Prince Edward County night wine, and there you go. You got the prize for tonight, Dana. That is awesome.
Congratulations, Dana. This is great. You know what? Yay, Dana. So you know what? Sandy has my scoring system and hers are just so similar. See, my way of scoring wines is, do I like it or not? And this one I really like. See, I really like it too, Sandy.
So it's a like plus when you say really like, right? It's a like plus. Okay,
yeah,
I like it. I like it.
White isn't my friend, but Clausen Chase was a visit on my trip to Peck. For sure. Oh, so you stopped in there, Dean? That's awesome. That's great to hear. Yay. Okay. Well, it was so good to see you guys. Tomorrow night, I'm hoping that solar flare or whatever the heck caused our weird tech issues tonight is gone. And I'm hoping that.
Well, I won't lie. I love doing the live next to my my better half here. I kind of like it. Yeah. But I mean, that was an amazing show. Sorry for the tech, but the wine make it up for all of the difficulties. I'm going to be absolutely geeking out on that 2/3 of a bottle of Chardonnay for the rest of the weekend. And I mean, Guys, there's a few bottles of Maverick 2020 available on the secret link. There's
So-
a few of the 2007 Stratus available on the secret link as well.
So it's a secret link because there's really very limited amounts. So Janik from Maverick last night said literally 24 bottles. As we were live, quite a few people claimed theirs. So there's probably like 12 bottles left of that Syrah 2020. Thanks, Joanne. That's so sweet. And Sandy, you're decorating cookies. This is fabulous. You know what? Chardonnay goes really well with decorating cookies.
Absolutely. That's a world-class pairing. That's
I
a
love
world-class
that. I love
pairing
that.
right there, right there. Hey,
So-
sugar cookie with Chardonnay. Like, I mean, come on.
Yes.
Right?
So
Right.
tomorrow, this is why you remember the wines and I don't. So wine number 7, all I know is no need to chill, cellar temperature, pairing suggestion, bacon wrapped dates. I have no idea. I wrapped so many of these number 7s. I can't remember what that is.
This is a top 5 wine of the year.
Okay.
One of
That's
my
exciting.
top 5 wine of the year. It's a 95 point. It's a bag vintage, and you guys better be ready for a wow. This is an absolute wow wine. I cannot wait to share that with all of you tomorrow. And yeah, it's going to be an absolute, and from a legendary producer here in the Okanagan. Really, really freaking exciting. So we're going from a legendary producer in Prince Edward County with my good friend Keith Dyer, the South Glow 2022. That's what we had tonight, 92 plus point. And tomorrow night will be revealed at 5 p.m. Pacific. Looking forward to see y'all right there. Thank you, guys.
Yes, absolutely. And despite the tech issues, if there is a solar flare, Jenny's saying the northern lights should be visible in Calgary. So that's pretty cool. We'll have to check out. I keep wanting to see these lights. Everyone posts these incredible pictures of these lights in our
We always
town.
fall
and I
asleep,
always
we'll fall asleep before we see
or
it.
like when I try to go outside, it's like cloud covered. I don't know. I'm sure I'll catch them one time. But it's been fabulous chatting with you guys. It's so cold. Not sure how you'd stand outside. Oh my gosh. Well, someone tuning in from Edmonton would definitely say that this time of year. It is very chilly out. But Stacy, Jeff, sorry I didn't catch you with the secret link, but it is posted up on the Advent main page now at the top. It's like a green button that says secret link. Very subtle. Very secret, but yeah, we're keeping it on the download just because I want you guys that have bought these packs that are tuning in to kind of have first dibs, because I do think some of them are in very, very small supplies. So yeah, you can click that link and check it out, and we'll update it with tonight's wine, which is the Clausen Chase South Clos 2022. And tomorrow night's wine available anywhere, Carl?
Nope.
Nope. This is something that I don't think is
Never been released.
okay. So this is a pre-release tomorrow night. Okay, that's really cool. That's really cool. It's kind of fun. We either get like, library wines that no one's tasted in a long time and that you can't buy anywhere, and they're drinking beautifully, or we get these pre-releases so you get to glimpse into what's coming up in the future. So yeah, stay warm out there. -28. Holy smokes.
And if it's a cold day, wherever you are tomorrow, crack open the wine, the wine number 7. It's worth it. It's going to warm you up. I'm telling you.
Yay! I can't wait.
Yep,
All
baby.
right. We'll be back on tomorrow night, Saturday night, with the winery, with the winemaker, and it'll be a lot of fun. Cheers, you guys.
Canadian wine lovers.
Great night.
Carl's Wine Club members. See you tomorrow night.